Hey guys, welcome back to another cooking video with your one and only Claudie Cooks in the kitchen. Yay! Today on the menu we have chicken Kiev, and we're going to do some diced roast potatoes and some lovely veg. All of the ingredients will be listed in the link below for you. So let's get cooking. Woohoo! Let's start off by chopping up a handful of washed parsley for the garlic butter. Right, I'm just going to take some of the leaves from this thyme. I love the flavor of thyme, so I'm using it, but you don't have to use it. I'm only having a small, less than quarter teaspoon. What we're going to now, we're going to add it to a bowl. Time to add some unsalted room temperature butter. I'm using 125 grams. Time for some garlic cloves. I'm using 5 cloves. And some half of a lemon. I'm going to juice that in here. What we're going to do now, we're going to mash this, and we're going to incorporate all of the ingredients together. And once we've mixed it all in together, we're going to wrap it in some greaseproof paper and some cling film, and we're going to put that in the fridge so that it can just firm up for a bit whilst I prepare the chicken. Time for the fridge. Right, I'm using 3 chicken breasts. They've already washed and pat dry. And now, in order to get the butter inside the chicken, we are going to make a slit right into the thickest part of the chicken. Right, and we are just going to gently open the pocket without piercing the outside here. And this is what we're talking about, that pocket inside where we will put the butter. I'm going to complete the other 2 and I'll be back on. Right, this is optional, but I'm just going to give the chicken a bit of seasoning. And I've got onion and garlic granule, peri peri seasoning, chicken seasoning, paprika, all-purpose seasoning, and salt and black pepper. We're just going to mix this, and they're just a quarter spoon of each. We are just going to sprinkle this to just give a bit of flavor. And I have also got paprika in there as well. And just to say, whilst I'm seasoning the chicken, I did wash down my board and clean up before this stage, just to make sure, keeping our surface area and everything nice and clean and free from any kind of health issue here when we're cooking and using raw meat in the kitchen. We're going to give that a really good rub down. Just massage it in or pat it in, this seasoning in really well. And we're going to cover that, and we're going to leave that in the fridge whilst we prep the veg. And where we put the slit for the butter, let's just put a bit of seasoning in there as well. Next up is the veg. We're going to cut the potatoes into squares, and I've washed them once I've peeled them. Right, and we're just going to cut them into little cubes like this. I'm just going to throw them in the bowl. And I've got a parsnip here, and I'm going to do the same as I've done with the potato here. And I've got a red pepper. I'm going to just cut them in cubes as well. So I'll see you once all that's done. Here we are. Everything is all nicely diced. And now we're going to put some olive oil, onion granules, a 1/4 teaspoon of paprika, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, black pepper, and we've got some rosemary and thyme. I'm going to give these a little chop before I put them over the potato. I'm using some garlic as well. You can use here as little or as much garlic as you like. We're just going to mix this up. And I've got the oven set to 200 degrees centigrade. And we're going to roast these for about 40 to 50 minutes or until they cook and they're nicely golden but still soft in the middle. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. We have mixed this all really well and everything is well incorporated here, and we're going to set that aside whilst the oven is being heated up, and then we're going to get them in the oven whilst we get the chicken ready for the next stage. It smells absolutely divine. Oh my gosh, so good. Can't wait to eat it. Okay, time to get the breast stuffed with the butter. So I'm just going to give it a really good stuff, and I had some mozzarella left over from homemade pizza, so I'm going to stuff some of that into the breast as well. Totally optional. We're just going to add a bit more butter. And we have it all tucked in. Okay, well, I'll get the rest of them up and then I'll be back when I'm coating them. So we have got 2 cracked eggs in this bowl. This is optional, and 1/4 teaspoon of green seasoning. We're going to give that a good whisk. We're going to set it aside whilst we get the dried ingredients ready. I've got 3/4 cup of Panko breadcrumbs here, and I've got about 2 tablespoons and a bit of Parmesan cheese, and I'm just going to mix that into the breadcrumbs. And in here I've got about 5 tablespoons of plain flour. We're going to get this all set up now so we can get moving. Right, first we're going to start with coating the chicken breast into the flour, and then into the egg wash, and then into the Panko breadcrumbs. Okay, so I'm going to do one on camera and the rest off camera. Just give it a really good coating. And I'm going to dust some of the flour off. Then we're going to put it into the egg. Give it a really good, generous coating. And then drip off any excess, and then straight into the Panko breadcrumbs. Just going to place that on a plate, and then once I've done all of them, I'm going to put it in the fridge and let it just firm up for about 10 minutes or so. But you can do double dredging, but I think I've got enough on here for what I need, so I'll see you back when I'm ready to cook those. Right, this has been in the oven, so I'm just spraying a bit of extra virgin olive oil on that. Time to add the potatoes. Right, we're going to put these in the oven now. We're going to start with 30 minutes and then we will check in. Okay, I've heated this pan up. I'm just going to swirl this and I'm going to fry these Kievs. Right, I'm going to fry these for about 3 minutes on each side, and then I'm going to finish them off in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. You know, but you have to make sure that your chicken is cooked through thoroughly. So they're looking nice and golden. Time for these to go in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, but please make sure the internal temperature of your chicken reaches between 65 and 73 degrees centigrade. Time to add the vegetables. Right, I'm going to let the carrots steam for about 2 minutes before I add the asparagus. Veg is all done. Chicken Kiev all done. And the potato and parsnip and peppers all done. Let's plate up. And there you have it, guys, my chicken Kiev roast potatoes and vegetables. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe.